Memphis, find your business here. The Memphis Coupon Book is your gateway to local deals. Visit memphiscouponbook.com. Start saving today.
Hey, think about the last thing you bought online for a second. Did you hunt around for a coupon code? Maybe get it delivered in like an hour? Or did you read a bunch of reviews first? Well, today, we're going to unpack that whole digital toolkit that's kind of become our personal shopping assistant. It's this entire ecosystem of apps that is totally reshaping how we all buy things. You know that feeling, right? You're trying to buy something, but you spend an hour just trying to find the best deal. The internet, it gave us these infinite shelves with infinite options, but it also gave us infinite decisions. You just want to make the smart choice, but honestly, it can be completely overwhelming.
All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to start with that shopper's dilemma that we all face. Then we'll get into the solutions, the apps that save us money, the services that save us time, and the platforms that, help us trust our choices. And finally, we'll put it all together and see how this whole ecosystem really works.
So this brings us right to the core issue, the modern shopper's dilemma. The big promise of the internet was all about endless choice, but the reality, it's often just analysis paralysis. I mean, when you can buy literally anything from anywhere, how do you really know you're making the right call? This paradox created the perfect opening for a whole new generation of tools designed to do a lot of that thinking for us. Okay, first up, let's talk about these automatic money savers. The best way to think about them is like a digital co-pilot for your wallet. They're these browser extensions and apps that just work quietly in the background, hunting down deals so you don't have to. I'm sure you've seen the ads for the big players here, right? Like Honey, which is now part of PayPal, or Capital One Shopping. Their promise is super simple, but really powerful. They just automate that whole tedious process of searching for and testing out coupon codes right at the moment you need it most, the checkout page. And the real key to their success? They make the whole thing completely frictionless. You just install it once, takes a few seconds, and then you just shop like you always do. The tool literally does nothing until that final moment at checkout where it just springs into action. It's this set-it-and-forget-it model that makes saving money feel totally effortless.
And the impact here? It's absolutely staggering. We're not talking about saving a few pennies. Just look at this number from one app, Ibotta. They've paid out over $2.3 billion in cash back to their users. That is a massive transfer of value from retailers straight back into the pockets of consumers.
And we're not just talking about saving money on, little online boutiques. No, we're talking about savings on basically every part of modern life, from your weekly groceries and pizza night to booking a flight, buying car parts, or even getting a discount on your software subscriptions. The reach is just incredible. So you might be wondering, how do these free services actually work? Well, it's a classic commission model. The shopping tool, it gets a little finder's fee from the retailer for bringing you to them. Then they share a piece of that commission back with you in the form of cashback or rewards. It really creates this win-win-win scenario for you, the tool, and the store. But look, saving money is only half of the equation here. Our next set of tools tackles a different and, let's be honest, sometimes more precious resource, our time. This is the convenience economy, where getting what you want right now is the name of the game. And that right there is the core of the on-demand world. Just think about ordering food. A service like Zomato, it isn't just solving for what's the cheapest dinner. It's solving for what can I get delivered to my door in the next 30 minutes. And that's a really powerful shift in what we as consumers prioritize. And the scale of this convenience network is just immense. I mean, look at these numbers from just one service, Zomato, in India. They have built this massive logistical web that connects over 300,000 restaurants in 800 cities to deliver a mind-blowing 3 times billion orders. This is a huge infrastructure built entirely around the promise of getting you what you want right now. But these apps, they're evolving way beyond just simple delivery. They're actually becoming lifestyle platforms. You can filter for vegetarian options, you can find healthy collections, schedule orders for later, or even order food to be delivered to your seat on a train. They're getting into these super specific and nuanced consumer needs. So with all these money-saving tools and on-demand options, a whole new problem pops up. Who do you actually trust? How do you cut through all that slick marketing to find out if a product is actually any good? And this is where our third key tool comes in, user-generated feedback. I mean, take this review. It's raw, it's specific, and it completely bypasses all the official advertising.
Which brings us to this crucial third layer of our digital toolkit, digital trust. These are the platforms built on shared community experience. It's like the modern-day word of mouth, where we all go to find out if a brand's promises actually hold up in the real world.
So, platforms like Trustpilot or even just the reviews on an Amazon page, they basically serve as this massive collective database of human experience. Instead of just relying on what a brand claims, we can tap into the wisdom and, the warnings of thousands of people who've already been there.
This entire system works because of a really powerful psychological principle called social proof. Basically, when we're uncertain about something, our brains are wired to look at what other people are doing. Good reviews and high star ratings, they act as this mental shortcut, a powerful signal that says, hey, this is a safe and good choice, which makes our decision-making so much simpler.
Okay, so let's put all these pieces together, because these aren't just three separate types of tools. No, they're interconnected. They're creating this powerful ecosystem that guides our entire purchasing journey, from that first little spark of interest all the way to the final click.
And just to understand the stakes here, we have to grasp the scale we're talking about. These tools are operating in a U.S. consumer economy that's measured in trillions of dollars every single year. So they're not really creating new spending out of thin air. They're building smarter, more efficient, and way more persuasive pathways to direct that spending.
And look, on the surface, their purpose is undeniably positive, right? They promise to find us the best price, deliver what we want instantly, and help us make confident decisions. They are literally engineered to remove any friction from the process of buying things.
But here's the critical counter question we have to ask ourselves. By removing all of that friction, by making it so incredibly easy and even rewarding to click buy, are these tools also encouraging us to consume more than we otherwise would?
So, to sum it all up, our modern toolkit looks like this. We have automated assistants for saving, on-demand platforms for spending, and review sites for deciding. And together, they form this powerful, integrated system that shapes our behavior as consumers, a lot of the time without us even realizing it.
And that leaves us with one last thought to chew on. These tools, they're only getting smarter, more predictive, and more deeply woven into our lives. And as they learn our habits, maybe even better than we know them ourselves, that line between a helpful assistant and a persuasive influencer, it gets almost invisible. So the real question is, who's really guiding your hand on that next purchase?